Hello everyone, welcome to this week Middle East Economic Weekly Observation. Today is 2025, July 8th. So let's start from UAE's macro. Uh, SP Global has published the UAE's Purchasing Managers Index, edged up to 53.5 in June. It's in May it's 53.3, so it's remaining the high level with a little increase. Um, but the pace is the lowest in nearly 4 years. Uh, One reason is because in the last slowdown was attributed to the tension in the Middle East, which dampened the client demand. And also we can see some data in the consumer side. We can see some of Abu Dhabi economy expanded 3.4% year on year in the first quarter of 2025. Uh, So it's for the first time, non-oil activities accounted for 56.2% of the Emirates' total GDP. The oil sector contributed 43.8%. Um, so Abu Dhabi, we know historically the oil contribution is much more higher than the non-oil, but now is the first time uh, the non-oil activity accounted for 56.2%. It's more than half. And I think this is regarding the regarding the first half of this year. So Dubai Dubai duty free the performance uh, is very well, up about here is mentioned 18% of the total annual revenue is attributed to perfume, beverage, uh, and cigarette and tobacco, gold as well. So Dubai duty free is offer the shopping for gold as well. Well, so the next time when you transit in Dubai, it's better to purchase some gold here because it's duty free, and also it's relatively cheap because Dubai they import gold, they don't put a tariff on the gold, and the confectionery is also 10% of the revenue. The increase is about a 3% increase. It's regarding some other products. And here is the uh, 6.3% increase for the Terminal 3. Terminal 1 is a 5.2% increase. And in the first 6 months, Dubai Chocolate, there's a mania. So 2.5 million bars sold at the airport. So the people they come to the Dubai, they must have heard about the Dubai chocolate. No matter through which way they heard about the Dubai chocolate, there's some feeling inside the chocolate. And here's the top cities for net exploration. Dubai and Abu Dhabi rank as the safest and the most scenic. So here's some ranking on by the UK travel agent Travel Bag. So ranks Dubai Dubai is the number two of the world's best city to explore after nightfall. Abu Dhabi is ranked 12 on the list. And also UAE emerged as the global base for digital nomads. Here is the ranking. So the top position is Spain, the second position is UAE, and following with Montenegro, Bahamas, Hungary, Canada, Romania, Portugal, Brazil, and Curacao. Yeah, many of them are small places, I think. And in the last week, I think this guy, the British teen, finally got pardon from the royal family, and um, yeah, he has been in the prison. I think it's almost a half year. It's pretty enough for him. CBUE imposed financial sanction of 4.1 million dirham on three exchange houses. Uh, so there's some because these exchange houses they failed to comply with the anti-money laundering and these policies and procedures. Let's look at the Minasat. So Egypt economy grew by 4.7% in the third quarter of its 2024-25 fiscal year. It's up from 2.2% in the same quarter a year earlier. Manufacturing activity recovered, and the seasonally adjusted Riyadh Bank Saudi Arabia Purchasing Managers Index rose to 3 months high of 57.2 from May's 53.8. So the construction activities, the manufacturing activity in Saudi is still it's still pretty good. Um, Here's also mentioning new order growth is a 4 months high, rising to 64.3 in June from 62.5 in May. It's it's very much above the 50-point line. Qatar's economy recorded a real gross domestic product growth of 3.7% in the first quarter of 2025. It's 3.7%, so it's the first quarter of 2025. It's good. It's very good. And Kuwait, I think it's just interesting news. There's a investment group from Kuwait and secure a 3 year 3 year labor contract with the Kuwait National Guard. So yeah, just a funny news. So some labor, some labor service is subcontracted to the other companies. Saudi Saudi PMI is 57.2 in June. Mentioned here. Let me put it here. Put it together. The kingdom in the last week arrested 17,000. It's almost 18,000 illegals in 1 week. Most of these people is from the previously we have mentioned that many of them from Ethiopia, 30% from Yemen, and 2% is other nationalities. So many, I think most of them are some refugees. Ethiopia and Yemen, they're not very safe, I think. The Oman GDP grew 2.5 in the Q1 2025. So that's the here we have seen the Qatar. Now it's the Oman. Up. So Bahrain is Bahrain just got some new financial institutes registered. Almost 75% of these applications are coming from international applicants. This is a map for the Gaza for the Gaza's mega projects because it's finally coming to the end. So Israel and Gaza they are talking about some peace treaty. They are talking about the reconstruction of the Gaza. So they had put some of the Elon Musk, Trump, and also some leaders in the Arab world on this mega project's name. And the Saudi central bank, they have around 5% growth in assets. And the Saudi Aramco, they will sell some of their power plants. And many of these plants are uh, it's gas-fired power plants to raise the $4 billion because the government want to push the Aramco to increase profit and also the payouts to the state. Okay, let's look at the East Asia and Middle East. Singa Auto will establish the 100 million smart logistic facility in the port in the free zone of Abu Dhabi Ports Group. It's a 50 years land lease agreement. Here we see the Japan's Saudi crude oil imports reach 40% of May's total. So it's 40% of Japan's oil from Saudi, and also about 20%, 30% from Kuwait, or about 20% from 30% from UAE. And Japan GCC they conclude the second round of FTA negotiations. Uh, they have yeah they are reaching some good deals regarding the technologies, so the goods from Japan. I think Japan, the Saudis are a very good match because the Saudis they want to become a manufacturing country, and Japan they are very good at high tech, and also Japan's population is pretty old, but the Saudi the population is still very young, and a large percentage of population are below the 30. Um, Here's Mubadala, they will acquire 30% stake in it's the Chinese it's a Chinese company headquartered in Hong Kong. It's called Loscam, provided sustainable high quality pooling and logistics solution to in the faster moving consumer goods, retail and manufacturing. So it's a supply chain operator company, right? Whereas gold trade surged to all-time high in the first half of this year. It sparked 36.7% from a year earlier. This is regarding the average price of 1 kilogram gold bar. Also, in the last year, the Dubai financial market increased 40% as well. Japan, some islanders left their island after almost 900 quakes hit. And in the last week, the Abu Dhabi Ports Group and Zhejiang Provincial Seaport Investment Operation Group they signed a preliminary strategic agreement to establish automotive logistic ecosystem. Here's with the Ningbo Zhoushan Port Group to establish automotive logistic ecosystem. Um, yeah, so as we know that in the China there's a huge, huge car surplus, but in the Middle East still they want the car here is in a huge demand, so they will yeah so such business is it's workable. And Japan they plans the world first deep sea mineral extraction because the rare earth monopolied by China. So Japan is looking for some solution to extract some rare earth from the deep sea, deep ocean, and it's still in the test phase. Here the giant onion arrives in Dubai, so the it's quite shocking the local market because the size is quite big. It's about 1 kilogram per onion, so but the taste is different. Like normally the onion tastes very spicy, but this onion tastes very sweet. And Dubai's RTA and Pony AI will have some cooperation and to operate the autonomous drive in the Dubai and start from end of this year. It's a Chinese autonomous driving company. Uh, yeah, okay. So let's look at globally. So globally, SP 500 hits record on the Vietnam deal as tech clamps. So in the last week, the Vietnam they have very good deal with the United States. And so it pump up the market. Now Eurozone inflation tickers higher to match ECB's 2% target. So Europe's inflation is under the control and below the 2%. It's been almost a year. I think it's a good thing. Here's SP 500. It has been fully recovered from the tariff, right? So even today, the tariff has been published, but I don't think it's influenced much. But at the same time, the volatility is very high. Uh, so the interest rate is also at a very high level as well. Uh, Here, just the latest news. The Trump has slapped allies, including the Japan and South Korea, with the 25% tariff. That's right. Today the market is open and drop a little. For the oil, the price dropped after 3% surge on Wednesday, and so there's a sign of weakness in U.S. economy could negatively impact crude demand. So I think currently is yeah, still below the 70. It's above 60, so it's volatile in the current level. ADNOC drilling hits 100% of fleet utilization. So as we mentioned, in this year, the GCC countries, OPEC has decided to increase the output. So ADNOC currently is running at 100% capacity. And gold price in Dubai could fall in the near future because they saying the overall economy is good, so people don't need much the risk. They don't need just how to say this gold. They don't need much gold asset. This gold just is risk reverse asset, right? So the gold retailer are expecting the gold price could drop. It's how much? Maybe 3%, 5% in the near future. Let's look at the company. The company, uh, in the last week, the Dubai Financial Market and Abu Dhabi Exchange they performed very well. Continue with the previous week trend. So it's a 1% increase. So it's very modest in the overall market. Global market is also the modest 1% increase. Um, so yearly, Dubai Financial Market has increased 43% in the last year. It's pretty high. It's higher than the gold. Uh, so the here's the globally. Uh, so Nasdaq SP 500 is just 10%. Uh, Hong Kong Hang Seng Index is 30%. It's also very good, right? The Hong Kong Hang Seng Index. Okay, so the Dubai financial market top weekly mover is including the EMAR, including the Taicom. Here's the foreign flows. So the EMAR and the NBD they have very good, and also ADA, DIVA they have very good capital inflow. Here's we have Arabia, some other companies, oil, many of the oil companies. We can see the capital outflow in the last 1 year and also recently. And Abu Dhabi in the first half year sees 99% surge in foreign net investment. So many companies, these companies as well, to sell its real estate financing portfolio in full. Uh, because the current level for the real estate is high enough, so many of these companies they want to cash out. Emirates NBD has an expansion in India, so um, owns 15 to 20% of the expanded equity capital base. So before they have entered the Turkey market, so it gives me the feeling like the Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation is pretty old, and currently the Middle East banks they are dominating in some market, maybe in the future in the global market as well. So we will see the NBD will be play a very important role in the global financial market. So Amai Capital REIT will open a follow-on public offering in the coming weeks. Um, So there's a new DeFi company launches UAE office to expand into MENA. It's Nasdaq listed. Also, some education companies in Dubai, they perform very well. So, there's a 1 billion dirham in 2024 to 25, the revenue. Well, I will see the Talim's stock price. It must be very good. Previously, I don't think the education here is a good business, because it's, education cannot be very profitable. But here it recorded 1 billion dirham in revenue, so it's amazing. Let's look at the real estate. So it's still in the booming phase. So Dubai Land Department and the Dubai Department of Economy and Tourism officially launched a new program, first time home buyer program. So for these people, they don't have real estate asset in Dubai, they can enjoy a like discount price on the property. So 18 UAE developers has joined the program. Dubai real estate market recorded its highest ever half-year performance. Uh, 98,000 property sales in the half year. Wow, that's amazing. It's a 25% increase in value, compared with the previous peak of Q4 2024, and 5% more transactions than earlier record of uh, yeah, 50,000 deals. It's still breaking the record. Uh, so Dubai real estate market has recorded its strongest ever quarterly performance, with property sales in Q2 surging to 184 billion dirham. Yeah. So, so also the luxury market performed very well. It's 93% surge in ultra prime deal. Um, this just talking about how you will uh, purchase the discounted property. So uh, you need to log in the DLD website, and then to check the project still. The Ima, Nakio, Damak, and Azizi have been in this program. Here is the Dubai Prop Tech Hub to position Emirate as a global real estate tech leader. So I think it's mostly is about the tokenization and the transaction transparency. I think there's some new project has launched. The Modern launched a new project, and within 72 hours of launch, it's finished. So here's some reasons to invest in real estate. So income, there's a continuous income if you operate well, and also inflation hedge and portfolio diversification. Mm. Also here's some new project. Put them together. Here's some data about 10 years ago. So Abu Dhabi has 35% uh, vacancy rate. Dubai has 45% vacancy rate. I think where is the vacancy rate? I should print it here. Hmm. Okay, this is the overall GDP performance during the in the 10 years ago. There's a peak in 2014, and then there's a slowdown till the 2020, the COVID time. And the residential supply, you can see this the overall economy is slowing down, but the supply is still increasing. So as a result, there's a huge surplus, the property surplus in the from the 2015 to the 2020. So DLD has signed agreement with Crypto.com to trade. I think it's trade to trade the real estate token on the crypto.com. And then in last week, it's very funny that the Tone introduced the Golden Visa, UAE Golden Visa, by staking 100,000 Tone token. But in the second day, the government announced that there's no such program. So yeah, so it's highly possible that such a program is coming from some third party, some third party agency, and yeah, it's not very legal. Yeah. Okay, so this is all for the last week. See you next week. Bye bye.